Welcome everyone to our daily Forex market analysis call in preparation for May 24, 2017. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. If you have questions about your individual investment needs, I recommend you talk to your investment advisor. Let's start off by taking a look at our calendar here. So today was an interesting day. A lot of volatility in the market and coming into the Asian session here, we have Australian dollar news coming out, leading index and construction work. And it looks like Moody has downgraded China's rating to A1 from ANA3. So this is not good. So when they downgrade China's rating, that will have an impact on Australia and New Zealand as well, because they're big exporters to China. So if the growth forecast gets cut, that means Australian dollar or Australian economy and New Zealand economy won't do as well. So what they're saying here is they've issued the rating, cut the rating to A1 from AA3 and changed the outlook to stable. Oh, actually this is positive, to stable from negative. So that's, no, this is interesting. They've downgraded long-term local currency and foreign currency issues rating to A1 and change the outlook to stable from negative. So they've changed the outlook, but they've downgraded it. So that will have a negative impact on Australian dollar. And other than that, most of the news here that we saw, there wasn't a whole lot. We had PMI numbers came in negative, below expectations here. This was really bad. Richmond Manufacturing Index, which came in 1 compared to 15. New home sales came in negative. So the data that we're getting out of the US has not been very positive. And in terms of Eurozone data, all the PMI numbers, so PMIs are actually leading indicators. So these are all coming out positive, which is good for the Euro. And in terms of our US data here, it has not been as positive lately. So that would have an impact, negative impact on the US dollar overall. But biggest thing coming up tomorrow is FOMC. So a lot of stuff will be driven, a lot of the moves will be driven based on expectations for that tomorrow. In the first thing in the morning in the New York session, we have ECB President Draghi speaking. So now we have seen Germans Merkel come out and say that euro is underrated and it's actually it's cheap. It needs to be more expensive. And today the German finance minister essentially said the same thing, that euro is undervalued at the moment, which pushed it up. And then of course we saw that move kind of go back down again. But overall, once we start hearing these kind of comments where they say, so just like President Trump came out and said that US dollar is overvalued, and of course we saw negative impact on the US dollar as a result of that. So this is the opposite of that. If they're starting to say that euro is undervalued, that would push the outlook up for that overall in the longer term. So keep that in mind. Coming up here, very, very important day. We have 3 central bankers here, ECB President Draghi, Bank of Canada, rate statement. It is not expected to change. However, the outlook that they have on the economy would play a big role in what dollar CAD does tomorrow. And then we have FOMC meeting minutes here, very, very important. Again, not looking for any rate hike at this point. However, what they say in the meeting minutes here will have an impact on next month's FOMC meeting, because they are supposed to raise rates next month. And that's what the market will be reading a lot into this FOMC meeting minutes. So expect a volatile day tomorrow. So let's move on to the charts here. For the euro here, we have had a bearish engulfing candle. We did go into 1264. However, price could not break above that level. So this is the level here, could not break above. Now we have had a bearish engulfing candle. So do bear in mind, tomorrow we have all those central bankers. However, in this case, just based on the daily close, we are looking for a pullback in the euro here. So we could see a push up into this 1210 level, this previous support and resistance level, and then a move to the downside. But the outlook on this based on the daily candle close will be bearish now. So we may get one of these moves to the downside. So the first target will be this right here, and then we are looking for a further move to the downside. So let's take a look at our, let's take a quick look at the 4-hour chart. So this is where we are. So this is where we could get a test of this level 1210. So we could see that move push to the upside, and then a move to kind of like this. Right, so this here is the first target. So let's see what level that is. So here, right into the bottom of this inefficient candle here, which is 1168. So 1160 level is what we are looking at as the first target. So here we are. So we could see, which is this 1210 level lines up with our pivot point. So we could see a move up and then a push to the downside. But overall, based on the daily close, we're looking for a move to the downside. So in this case, this is the first target right here, 1160. And then in the bottom here, this will be the next 1080 will be the next level we would be watching. So based on what's going on here, this is outlook is to the downside. However, having said that, if ECB Draghi comes out and talks about them cutting back and on the asset purchase program, that will then have a positive impact on the euro. So any kind of monetary policy tightening will have positive impact on the euro. In that case, what we could see is we could see price pull back into this level and then take off from here to the upside. So keep that in mind. And this one, the 1120 level, this support and resistance level here, which could also play a role, which is 1120-ish level, and so this is also our S2 level. So keep that in mind. In that case, the move that we could see could be something like this: price drops and then pulls up and could blow through the high based on what Draghi says about the Eurozone and the asset purchase program. So though that's the outlook on the euro, we'll have to be careful. So again, actually just going back to the euro, so this is in the trade room, this is what we were talking about, where price had taken off and then came back. This is what happened. This is when they were talking about euro being too low, and now price dropped since then. So all of this got filled, a lot of volatility, and now we are kind of back into it. So right now it looks bearish. Same thing with the pound. We saw this stop runs here, and then look at it, how price, very, very thin price here. Price came right back down. This inefficient move got filled, and here we are going sideways here. So based on the daily close, this is more range bound. So at this point, we could look for price to maybe come down towards the bottom of the range here. So this is what we're looking at. Of course, based on what happens with FOMC, this could completely change based on what FOMC comes out as. In this case, we could see a push up into this level, 2980 level, and then a drop. But overall, we are looking for price to move lower into the kind of like this here. We're looking for price to move lower towards the bottom of the range here, coming into somewhere around here. This support and resistance area looks good. So 128.80 level will be the target in this case. So bias is range bound with view to price moving to the downside. So see how price wasn't able to break this in 4 days in a row. That shows that price is likely to move lower. New Zealand dollar has been very, very bullish, but we got a big pin on top here. It is still bullish close in terms of the the green candle, but overall this big pin gives it a bearish bias. So the bias on this one would be bearish as well. In this case, we are looking for price to move up higher. So 70.50 could be a good target for price to push up and then come back down. So bias is to the downside here, but with caution. So here's our 1 hour chart. A really good situation would be a double top in this one. So if you get a double top, we could get one of these opportunities to short this, or we could get a lower double top. So price only goes into here. This would be even better because we have a lower high then and looking for price to move to the downside. Third case could be that price just pushes up into this previous support and resistance level and then moves lower from there. So either of those or any of those three scenarios, we are looking at a move to the downside back into this 69.50 range or level, I should say. So here we're looking into 69.50 price to come back and test this level. See how price couldn't break the high here. So we're expecting the price to do the same. So double top and looking for price to drop here. But before that, do expect some push to the upside and then a drop. Aussie here, this looks bearish, very nice pin bar here. Price went and tested this level 75.12 and then has since dropped. So this was actually something I was interested in taking, but looks like I've missed the opportunity here unless it moves higher. Looks like something, the numbers came out negative, which has dropped this. So in this case, based on the daily close, we are bearish. And the move that would be good to see would be this one here. So about that level to this side. So if you could get one of these moves, we could see price come down and the target here would be 74.50 level first target and then potentially a move lower. But the daily close here looks quite nice, nice pin bar. So this is the level we are looking. So 74, about 74.40 level. Right about here, this will be the target. It could come down right into this here as well, 74.30-ish area. So that, actually let's put this one here, so 74.30. So that will be the target to the downside. Bias is to the downside here. Dollar CAD here, again, we have a bullish pin bar actually. So this looks bullish. But with all these dollar crosses, just keep in mind the FOMC today or tomorrow. So in this case, this looks bullish. So came right into this previous support and resistance area. And from here, we have pulled back or pushed up from here. And now we're looking for a move to further move to the upside. So this is, see how for 4 hours, price couldn't break this level. It was S2 level. And then we closed up with a positive bullish pin bar here. And since then, price has moved up higher. So in this case, the level that would be a good pullback level would be 134.80 level. So the move here could be one of these, sort of the head and shoulders level right into here. Or head and shoulders pattern, I should say, into here. So you have the head, shoulder, shoulder. So this will be a good move if it holds above 134.80, and we're looking for the target of 135.70 area right up there. So this is also our R2 level. So we have confluence of support and resistance, our R2 level as well. So this is the move that we can expect to see. So based on our daily here, let's take a look. So that sort of aligns with the 38.2 fib level as well. So we could see a push up into that level. So 35.70 or 80 level would be what we're looking for to the upside. So bullish on dollar CAD. There we go. Dollar yen here. We had a bullish close right into the high. So this looks bullish at this point. We could see a pull to the downside back into this level, 11100. and then another move to the upside, but it has broken above this previous resistance level. So we may not get that big a pullback. We may just get a shallow one and looking for a move higher. So looking for first place to look would be 1168 level and see if this holds, or we may see price come into this level here, which is 1100, and then so we could see price come down here and then go back up again. So those are the two moves we may see. Overall though, this looks bullish. So we have a higher low, and we have a nice solid close. So this could go higher. Let's take a look at CAD yen here. CAD yen, we have had a bullish close. So now we're looking for another move higher. The next target here is 8,300. The move is not very strong, but it still looks, it is creeping up. So we could see price go into this 8,300 level. If it breaks above that, then we are looking at 8,350. So those will be the two level to the upside. It is starting to kind of compress a little bit, but overall the move still looks bullish. So that would be the first target, 83. 8,350 could be a good potential selling play. So we'll keep that in mind. New Zealand yen, yesterday we had a very bullish close, and based on that we were looking for an up day, and we got that. It did not pull back quite as much, very shallow pullback, and now we are into this resistance level here. Very bullish close for the day, so we could move higher here, and the first target is 78.80 level, this one right here, which is this previous support and resistance. This is a good level. So looking for further move to the upside into 78.80. And here we are. That's a very steep climb. We are into previous resistance if you take a look right into here. So we could see a reaction, but now that price is up here, if it holds above the pivot level, we could see it go higher right into this 78.80 level, and then above that we may see it go even higher. So this was a level we were looking for a pullback at yesterday. Oh, okay, actually, let's delete that. Okay. Okay, so this is the inefficiency that hasn't been filled yet. We only filled it up to this level. We are back into this level. So if the price stays above the pivot point, we could we're looking at 78.80 and then 79.34 level, which will be the start of this inefficiency. So that could be a good level to look for a potential short, because that's a big level, and we're likely to see a reaction at that point. So that's a substantial level here. Overall, New Zealand yen, we are looking for a move to the upside. It is into this resistance level, so be mindful of that. But 78.80 is the next target level. And then we need to look at Euro yen. So I may not have the right chart for it. Let me just pull up a new chart here. Just give me a moment. And then Euro Aussie. We saw the Australian dollar drop just a little while ago here. So where's Euro Aussie, Euro New Zealand? So tomorrow we are definitely expecting we're expecting a volatile, or we could see a volatile day. So keep that in mind. Okay, so here we are. This is our Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie here. This is what I was looking at. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 times, 4, 5 times price tested this level. I was looking for it to um, reject that because we had a very neutral close. I was looking for a bearish move here, and we got that, and now we're pulling back. So we have so this is what happened here. At this point, this looks like a range bound environment here. So we have a high, we have formed the bottom of the range here, so we need to see a break of the range. But if it goes up here into 50-80 level here, this could be a good potential level to short. So this will be 3 touches of this level, and if it doesn't break, we're likely to see the price push down from there. So currently it's a range bound level, so it looks like price is moving up here from, so we have a bullish pin bar on 1 hour, so price is pushing up. But overall, this level here, 50-80, would be a potential short level. And even at this point, this is an inefficient move, so this could get filled fairly quickly. Yeah, so this looks like a very, very thin move, and we could see this filled. So overall, I am still looking. So based on the daily close, this is bearish. So we would get a push to the upside and then a drop. That would be the normal behavior we would be expecting. It is going above the pivot level, so it could come all the way into 150.20 level here, and then drop. But if it goes all the way to 50.80, I am looking for a potential sell again. So that's our Euro Aussie here. We did have a nice move yesterday, but then we saw all that kind of volatility, and it has been a bit choppy since then. Overall, my bias is that if it goes up here, we're looking for a move to the downside, but we do need to see a break of this 149.25 level. And then we will be targeting these levels to the downside here. But for now, I would be watching 1.5020 level for a potential short, or if it goes all the way up here, 150.74 level or 80 level, I would be looking for a short opportunity there as well. Euro New Zealand here, this had a nice close on the daily. Very nice close here. This is what euro looks like today. So this one, based on this, I kind of missed this trade here. That's why I call the Euro Aussie, because this one had already started moving, and our target was our stop was quite high up here. So here, very bearish close. Again, we're looking for further move to the downside based on today's daily close here. So in this case, the pullback level could be right into here. This one right here. So this is where we could see price go up into 60-30 level here, which is also our R1, and then drop from here. So overall, Euro New Zealand looks bearish, and this is our pivot point. If it holds below the pivot, so we may not even get that big a push to the upside. If it holds below 160, 159, 80 level, right, the pivot point here, we could see another drop. But based on the daily here, this looks quite bearish, and our next target would be somewhere around this level here, 158.60. Yeah, or into the 50 level right here. So it's just 36. So this will be 158.36 is the next target to the downside. So we're expecting a move lower, and this could 160 could also be a potential level for a drop. So if you go to 160, which is right there, this could be another level where we may see price pull up and then drop to the downside. But overall, both Euro New Zealand and Euro Aussie are based on the daily, they are bearish. So this is more range bound, but Euro New Zealand is definitely bearish, and we saw this move based on the previous bearish day. Euro Yen here, this was another one we were looking at. Yen was very, very volatile today. And here we have price So the close for the day is very neutral. So we have pins on both sides, small candle body, very, very neutral close for the day. So in this case, we are a lot of times after a neutral candle will come a bearish candle. However, just because there's a neutral candle doesn't mean we will get a bearish candle. It just means there's uncertainty in the market. So if you look at this neutral candle, we got a bearish. This neutral candle, we got a bearish. This a neutral candle here, and this looked more bullish here than this one does. So when this candle is at the top like this, usually that signifies that we could see a bearish move. Doesn't mean that it's a given. So in this case, price move is just sideways at this point. So if price comes into this level right about here, this high 125.38 area, this could be a potential opportunity for a short. So something to keep in mind here. This one right here is what we could see. The target, the first target will be S1, and then we are looking for $124.50 level right here. So that's the level we would be targeting, and below that we have this one right here, which is 124.10-ish level. This one right here, that's a strong level here as well. So 124.50 will be the first target, and then we are looking for a further move to the downside into 124.10, right into the bottom of the spin. This one, it does not look very bullish, so chances are that it could come down. The close on the day is very neutral, so if it goes into 125.38, that would be a really good level for a potential short, so we'll keep that in mind. All right, any questions about this or anything to add? Let's have a quick look at oil here. Oil was bullish, and now it looks bullish here as well. It's broken above this level, above the resistance, so it could go to 5200 level here. So sorry, 52 level. So that looks bullish. And let's take a quick look at gold. Gold, oh, bearish. Daily close is quite bearish here, so we could see gold move down. So if gold starts to move down, then Aussie is likely to move lower as well. All right, that's all I have. Any questions or anything else to add? Okay, we'll call it a wrap now. So that's it for today. I will keep an eye on the pairs, and later on, if there is anything that I see, I may send out and I'll put something in the Skype. So we're just running this trial of calling trades in the evening here. That Euro Aussie was quite nice yesterday. However, our target was a little bit further. So I had to re-enter this trade. So I'm still in it because I tightened my stop a little bit too much and I got kicked out. But so I'm still in it. We're watching. I have a small position in. So if it gets up here, I am looking to add to this position. So I'd be looking for a potential short at 50.80. But I will keep an eye on other pairs as well and look for those pullbacks. If we get the pullbacks, I will drop. If I'm looking to take another position, I will drop something in Skype. So keep that in mind. But other than that, that's all I have. So I will see you in the room tomorrow. Okay, good night, everyone.